People who have been sued. What was it for? I was a lifeguard for 8 summers at Ocean View Beach. Not glamorous work, mostly telling drunk college kids to get out of the riptide zone and reminding parents to watch their toddlers near the waves. But I loved it. Made decent money, got a killer tan, and honestly felt like I was doing something important. Last August, everything changed. It was one of those perfect beach days, mid-70s with barely any wind. I was scanning the water from my tower when I spotted trouble about 50 yards out. A dad was swimming with his 2 kids, maybe 6 and 9 years old. The little girl had drifted into a rip current without anyone noticing. I blew my whistle 3 sharp blasts and dove in. The dad panicked when he realized what was happening and tried to grab both kids at once. Big mistake. He started going under himself, flailing around and making everything worse. I reached the girl first. She was already unconscious, floating face down. I grabbed her and swam hard toward shore, fighting the current the whole way. Once I got her to shallow water, I ran back in for the dad and his son. They were both struggling, but at least they were still conscious. Got them all to the beach. The girl wasn't breathing. I started CPR immediately, pushing water out of her lungs and giving rescue breaths. Felt like forever, but probably only took 2 minutes before she coughed up seawater and started crying. Everyone around us cheered. People were filming on their phones, saying I was a hero. The dad was sobbing, thanking me over and over. His son was shaken up but fine. Paramedics showed up and checked everyone out. The girl was okay, just scared and exhausted. News crews arrived later that day wanting interviews. I went home feeling like I'd actually made a difference for once. 3 weeks later, my roommate Ben handed me an envelope that had been delivered to our apartment. Official-looking return address from some law firm downtown. I figured it was junk mail until I opened it. I was being sued for unlawful touching of a minor without parental consent. The girl's mom, who hadn't even been at the beach that day, was demanding $150,000 in damages. She claimed I had sexually assaulted her daughter by performing chest compressions during CPR. I literally laughed out loud at first. Had to be a joke, some sick prank. But the paperwork looked real, and when I called the law office, they confirmed it was legit. This woman actually believed I had molested her kid while saving her life. Her lawsuit said the daughter was having nightmares and panic attacks because of inappropriate touching by a stranger. She wanted money for therapy bills and emotional trauma. The dad wasn't listed anywhere on the papers, probably too scared to get involved because of custody issues with his ex-wife. I had to hire a lawyer with money I didn't have. My parents helped out, but it cleaned out most of my college savings. Spent months going to hearings and depositions, answering the same questions over and over. Did I touch her chest? Yes. To restart her heart. Did I have permission? No, because she was unconscious and drowning. The worst part was how the story spread online. Someone leaked the lawsuit details, and suddenly there were articles everywhere with headlines like, "Lifeguard accused of assault during rescue." The comment sections were brutal. Half the people called me a predator, the other half defended me, but my name was attached to all of it forever. Lost a job I had lined up teaching swim lessons at the community center. The manager said they couldn't take the risk of hiring someone with pending assault charges, even though I'd never been arrested. My dating life disappeared completely. Girls would Google my name and find those articles. Finally, after 6 months of legal hell, video evidence from beachgoers proved I'd done everything by the book. Standard CPR procedure, nothing inappropriate. The judge threw out the case and ordered the woman to pay my legal fees. She appealed twice before finally giving up, but the damage was done. My name was permanently linked to those fake assault claims online. Took years for the truth to catch up with the lies. I never went back to lifeguarding. Couldn't handle the paranoia of wondering if every rescue might turn into another lawsuit.